Hey everyone, this is Handyman Zach. Sorry it's been a long time since I did my last video, but I wanted to do one for you guys today. Just kind of a little bit intro to electricity. So I just got a simple setup. We got our battery with our positive side here and our negative side here. We got a little switch, just so then it'll make it easier for this video. We got a light so we can show that we got our electricity going through. And this is a 12 volt battery that I'm using from an ATV. And I might show you some stuff with the multimeter too. So the first thing is be safe. Electricity, you can't really see it, and it is dangerous. So if you're not confident in your abilities with electricity, don't do this, don't try it. Ask someone who's trained and a professional. The next thing is really, even with myself, I'll run into an issue where I'm like, well, why isn't this turning on, or why isn't this working the way it should be? And usually it's just simple little things. Maybe there's the wire's old, maybe it's broken, there's corrosion, there's some sort of resistance going on that won't allow your light or whatever it is to function properly. Right now, this is a complete circuit, and we know that because it's working and nothing else is going on and nothing else is burning up, anything like that. It's a complete circuit. It goes through and it comes back in. So what happens though, we're just gonna detach it just a little bit, right? And we're gonna try and turn it on. Nothing. And that's because we don't have a complete circuit. Okay, so we're gonna try something else. Okay. I'm just gonna barely put them together. And we're gonna turn it on. And they're just barely touching, and see? Okay, so for a while it wasn't turning on, now it is. And it's because there wasn't enough connection from the positive side all the way through to the negative side. And so sometimes, especially from what I've seen in automotive scenarios, this can be the issue. There's maybe your connector is connected, but it's not connected to the fullest, I guess is what you could call it. Okay, so now we're gonna just reconnect it. Funny how that works. We're gonna have power again. Okay. So that would just be one of the biggest things that I hope you guys can take away from this, is just asking that question whenever you're dealing with electrical is there a full circuit? Is it a closed circuit? And if it's not, where is it not closed at? And then just real quickly, I just kind of want to go through using a multimeter and testing kind of just with this small little setup. So this is direct current, so we're going to be using DC. So that's just that first one there. If you were using something maybe like in your house, checking an outlet or a switch, you're going to use alternating current, which is going to be that one. And you'll see it there, AC, DC. So we're going to be using the direct current for this. So I'm just going to put my probes to each terminal post, and it's reading 12.25. Okay, and so the power is coming from this side, going through the multimeter to this side, checking. And so we're at 12.25, 12.26. So now I'm gonna just move this one. I'm gonna put it right here. And it's reading 0. And so it's because we're checking from this point to this point. And there's no closed circuit because it hasn't gone all the way through to this side yet. So let's try from here and then we're gonna do to the green part, okay? But then then it goes to 12.27, and the only reason why it's negative is because I put the positive probe on the opposite side. So just be kind of mindful of that. And the reason why we got 12.27 from here to here compared to getting 0 from here to here, I know that's probably a little bit hard, but we got 0 from the positive post to the end of this black wire, and then we got 12.27 from the positive post to this negative green, is because from here to here, we're still just on the positive side. Once we got to this side, we've tapped into access from that side as well. So now we're gonna do something a little bit different. I'm gonna just unhook this portion right here, and we're gonna see what happens checking from the positive post down to the green wire again. And we're gonna see if anything changes. And it does. And so we're back down to 0. And that's because we don't have a complete circuit right here. As soon as, even though the power is off because of that switch, if you go from here to here now, connecting them, you're gonna get that 12.27. Last thing, and really this makes a lot more sense when you have typically your power on, and we're gonna do that real quick. So I'm just gonna turn power on, a little bright. So I'm gonna do from the positive post down to the black. And so I'm at 0.2 volts. Now I'm gonna do from positive post to the green, about 0.22 volts. I'm gonna come over here, positive post to this green, and I'm at 11.76 volts. Now I'm gonna come up here, and I'm about 11.8 volts, depending on where I'm getting my connection at, and then come up here, 11.8. So the reason for that is because as we're coming through, we're dropping power essentially. And so that was a good reading. If we had gotten something lower, we'd know that there's an issue somewhere in the circuit, somewhere around here, where there's not all the that power being dropped. Like I said, this is just a small little intro. I know you can find other really good videos out there. Be smart, be safe. If you guys have any other questions or suggestions on videos that you want me to cover, just comment in the comment section below. Subscribe and like to the channel. And this is Handyman Zach signing out. Have a great week, guys.